Hi, this quiz is really for everyone who loves to test their general knowledge, as there's a real broad range of questions, 60 in total, and they'll start off fairly easy, but get much more challenging as we go. And surprisingly, some of you tell me you do better on the tough questions than on the easy ones. How will you do? Let's find out. In space, what are often described as dirty snowballs? Meteors, asteroids, or comets? The answer is comets. What word means to add fuel to a fire to keep it burning or make it hotter? Stoke, hoke, or poke? That is, stoke the fire. What did the Grinch try to steal? Christmas, Easter, or Halloween? He tried to steal Christmas. A person who knowingly peddles worthless remedies or miracle cures is said to sell what? Essential, snake, or midnight oil? That is, snake oil. A 5-card poker hand where all the cards are the same suit is called what? A full house, a flush, or a straight? That is, a flush. In motorsports, what colour flag indicates that the race is starting or restarting? White, green, or red? The answer, green. Luigi Lavazza is famously associated with which type of drink? Beer, wine, or coffee? The answer is coffee. The zodiac sign with a half goat, half fish symbol is which? Capricorn, Sagittarius, or Pisces? That is Capricorn. A temporary doctor who fills in for another physician is called which? Consultant, registrar, or locum? The answer is locum. René Descartes and Friedrich Nietzsche are famous in which field? Music, painting, or philosophy? The answer is philosophy. In classic Monopoly, what colour is the background of the main Monopoly logo? Is it yellow, red, or green? It is red. A virus, bacterium, or fungus that causes disease in a host is known as what? Antibiotic, antibody, or pathogen? That is a pathogen. The official symbol of Singapore, the merlion, has the body of which? A fish, a dragon, or a lion? And if you're from Singapore, let me know how you say that. Is it merlion or merlion? Anyway, the answer is a fish. What type of food is ricotta? Is it cheese, pasta, or bread? It's a type of cheese. A cackle is the collective name for what group of animals? Beavers, horses, or hyenas? That's a group of hyenas. What level of experience does the term greenhorn imply? Master, highly skilled, or complete beginner? That is a complete beginner. Chinese multinational manufacturing company BYD stands for Build Your what? Dreams, drive, or destiny? That is, build your dreams. What was the last Apollo mission to land on the moon? 17, 18, or 19? It was Apollo 17. According to the saying, what breeds contempt? Absence, familiarity, or distance? The answer is familiarity. In World War II, what were Little Boy and Fat Man? Naval ships, atomic bombs, or fighter planes? Were both names of atomic bombs. Now some picture questions. Which one is an albatross? A, B or C? That is A. Which is Woodrow Wilson, the 28th US President? The answer is C. Which is a statue of Athena? That's B. Which is Cape Town, South Africa? And if you're from any of the places pictured here, let us know in the comments down below. The correct answer is C. Which is a rambutan tree? That is A. Which is a traditional headdress in Papua New Guinea? That's A. Which is a cuttlefish? That's B. Which is a New York City subway train? That's B. Which is the national flag of Bangladesh? That's C. And which is the view from Bora Bora Airport? That's A. Okay, I hope you got most of those. For the next 20 questions, I'm going to up the level of difficulty to medium, a little bit more challenging, but I think you'll probably still know quite a few of these. Let's find out. Nebraska was purchased by the United States from which country in 1803? Mexico, Spain, or France? The answer is France. The scientific study of human populations is called what? Demography, anthropology, or archaeology? It is demography. Oliver Daddy Warbucks is a billionaire in which musical? The King and I, Oliver, or Annie? He's in Annie. Aer Lingus is the national flag carrier airline of which country? Austria, Ireland, or Iceland? The correct answer is Ireland. What is the medical term for the shin bone? The clavicle, tibia, or patella? It is the tibia. Harriet Tubman was given which biblical nickname for leading enslaved people to freedom? Moses, Deborah, or Eve? The answer is Moses. What is roasted to give Guinness its dark, near black appearance? Barley, oats, or wheat? The answer is barley. CHF is the code for which currency? The Swiss franc, Cuban peso, or Hungarian forint? It's the code for the Swiss franc. What is Africa's second longest river? The Zambezi, Niger, or Congo? It is the Congo. Where do arboreal animals live? Coral reefs, in caves, or in trees? They live in trees. What would a scientist use an autoclave for? Mixing chemicals, separating chemicals, or sterilizing equipment? The answer: sterilizing equipment. What is the deliberate use of exaggeration for emphasis called? Simile, alliteration, or hyperbole? The answer is hyperbole. Which of these precious items is pushed to the Earth's surface by kimberlite pipes? Diamonds, silver, or gold? The answer is diamonds. Great Bear Lake is the largest lake located entirely within which country? The United Kingdom, Canada, or the United States? That's in Canada. Mary Mallon was permanently quarantined for being a carrier and spreader of which disease? Leprosy, typhoid fever, or cholera? She's more commonly known as Typhoid Mary. Corsets were historically stiffened using material from which animal? Elephants, baleen whales, or reindeer? The answer: baleen whales. The Braille system was invented in which country? Canada, France, or Sweden? The answer is France. Hadron therapy is used to treat which disease? Arthritis, diabetes, or cancer? The answer is cancer. A cynologist is an expert on which country? Brazil, India, or China? The answer is China. Which of these countries has a capital that is the country name followed by the word city? Panama, Costa Rica, or Nicaragua? That's Panama, whose capital is Panama City. So now it's time for the final part of the quiz, the 10 tough questions. And as I said at the beginning of the quiz, some of you say that these are easier than the easy questions. But I really don't think they're easy at all. Let's see how you do today. Here are the final 10 tough questions. Plantar fasciitis is a very common condition causing pain where? The heel, neck, or knee? The answer is the heel. A waxing gibbous is a phase of which celestial body? The Moon, Mars, or the Sun? That's a phase of the Moon. Which month is named after a god depicted with two faces? June, March, or January? The answer is January. What type of animal is a Martinique lancehead? Is it a bird, a snake, or a lizard? It is a snake. In the Edgar Rice Burroughs series, what planet is called Barsoom by its inhabitants? Mars, Jupiter, or Venus? That's from his John Carter series, and the answer is Mars. The Importance of Being Earnest was a play by which author? Arthur Miller, William Shakespeare, or Oscar Wilde? That's by Oscar Wilde. What is a possible remnant of a core-clap supernova besides a black hole? A main sequence star, a white dwarf, or a neutron star? The answer is a neutron star. A yellow bird of paradise features on which country's national flag? Nigeria, Jamaica, or Papua New Guinea? The answer is Papua New Guinea. Where on the body is a coif worn? The head, feet, or hands? The answer is the head. Which scientist co-signed the 1939 warning letter to Franklin D. Roosevelt about atomic bombs with Albert Einstein? Werner von Braun, Ernest Rutherford, or Leo Szilard? It was Leo Szilard. So, were any of those surprisingly easy for you? If they were, let me know which one in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the quiz, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for playing, and I hope to see you again on another quiz.